Hey, this is Jordan Belfort, the real Wolf of Wall Street, and you're listening to the Anthony Rogers Show.
Welcome back to the greatest show in the universe. Here today we have Lotus Lain, born superstar. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Crazy times, but not too bad, Um,
Right.
so what are you doing like currently? Like, what are you working on today or whatever?
What have I been working on lately? Okay. Right now I just got greenlit for two projects that I'm gonna produce. One of them is going to be for X Confessions through Erica Luss, and it's gonna have a little bit of a surf theme vibe going on to it. So that's gonna be kind of fun to put together a shoot with sex that's around surfing and stuff like that. I don't want to say too much because I want you to be interested in watching it when it comes out. But yeah, I intend to capture those really sexy moments. I think another thing I'm excited for is yes, this one's a little bit more urgent, but coming out in October will be kind of a political porn little scene, and it is being produced through. I hope I'm saying this right. Culture Strike, because it's not a typical porn company. It's actually uh, activism kind of platform as far as like for environmentalism and a lot of social justice causes. The founder there, the president, Fabiana Rodriguez, is my friend. She's an artist and she's also very pleasure activism centered. So she wanted to put together um, something that would motivate people to not only vote but engage others to vote, but also be actually really sexy. So keep your eye out for that. It's gonna have real porn stars in it, and you know, real action, because there are so many ways to get people involved and this will be interesting to be a part of that. So those are the two things I have working on right now that I'm really excited to bring out.
Cool, cool. How'd you come up with your name?
My name, Lotus Lane. Well, I like the alliteration thing, so I already had a lotus tattoo on my belly, and then I was kind of like thinking what sounds good with it, and it sounded like Lois Lane from the Superman comics. And then I kind of thought about it. I was like, yeah, I guess that kind of fits in with my lifestyle because she was kind of nerdy and into like news reporting and stuff like that. I do write. I have written some things that are published out in the world. And I have a super sexy alter ego, which is Lotus Lane, but I have a very regular, normal life. So I'm the super person, like Clark Kent. I have that Clark Kent normal lifestyle that I live outside of porn. So it felt fitting. It was kind of like a merging of the two identities.
It's interesting. Like, what made you get into porn, or like, how did you get into it, or like, what are phrasing like, what
Yeah, well,
started it, I guess.
I mean, beyond just always being very sexual, it was just something that kept seeming like it was calling to me ever since a very young age. And that used to scare me because I was like, why would I think of something like this as a career? This is terrible. This is frightening. This is all these bad stigmas. But, as I started getting older, approaching 30, I was like, why don't I just do this? This is something that's always been on my mind. So I might as well just gift it to myself as a dirty 30 present. So I did.
So you got into it like older, more so, like not like 18 or something. You got into this like later or something.
Huh?
You got into this like later. Like, how old are you?
Right now I'm 38.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. Like, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Are you? Sorry. Are you a fan of Superman as well, or like, is that what that like? Was that a lot of it, or just like it was just kind of cool because are you like, were you into like that story?
I'm not like super nerd ridiculousness, but out of all of the comics, that would be one of my favorite movies that I remember growing up with. In the 80s, the Superman movies were just like the best. Nothing could beat the. I can't remember the guy's name, Christopher Reeve, I think, or Reed. Yeah, it was just I just remember those iconic movies, and so to me, it was like I felt like yeah, this would be a nice thing to step into, like that, like kind of persona, like the double double life or whatever personality. I don't know.
That's dope. That's dope. What do you do like in your other life? You say like what do you like be vague so you're not like telling me that or whatever.
No, I mean
Okay.
I'm mom. I've spoken about that before, so that's
Okay.
very. I'm very much a family oriented person. You know, I talk to my mom and dad often, and text with my aunts and cousins with funny meme threads. We're just very common people deep down inside, and I really like to stay in touch with all that, even despite like the glitzy lifestyle and the super sex charged lifestyle and all of that that I get to have access to through porn. So yeah, that's my Clark Kent side, I guess you could say, is I just live a really chill life. You know, go to the beach, very simple pleasures, cook, bake, watch TV.
That's cool. That's cool. So I guess what kind of music do you listen to these days? Like anything good, new, or anything like that?
What kind of music do I listen to today? Maybe it'd be easier if I just look straight at my Spotify, because it's a lot of random mixes. But I will say I have gotten into lately this new well, it's not new, it's new to me, but it's this harp player. It kind of came on in the classical channel, but it's a harp player that's kind of like hip hop harp or something. I don't know. It's really cool. Her name's Dorothy Ashby, but she's from the 1960s. She's a black lady, and then I found like it was called Afro harping and then hip harp, and they're just very cool, easygoing, kind of like, you know, like the swinging 60s kind of sound. It just sounds like that kind of like jazzy sound, and I like to play it in the background when I'm cleaning up or when I'm like have to do a lot of computer work where I have to get really deep, and then it just like gets me kind of out of my mind to where I'm not thinking so much. And then other stuff, let me see. Mm, I like a lot of like house music and stuff because I don't know, I like songs that kind of make me go in a trance and can go on forever. I don't necessarily like trance music, like don't get it twisted. But I just like kind of like housey, groovy beats and songs that just kind of have a really long remix or something like that, so I can just like space out to it.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, so where do you see yourself in the future? Like, what are some of your goals? I guess like in this case, like just in life in general, not narrowed. You know.
Um, I I have had people encourage me to write a book that does have some interest to me. I'm not really sure what I would write a book about, but I mean, I do like to write, so maybe it'd just be like a collection of different stories of some sort. I have no clue yet. But maybe. I do kind of have a feeling that it would be really fun though to create a TV show, like an actual TV show, based on different moments in my life. So maybe the book would be a good starting point for that. You know, making little episodes be the chapters or something. Um, so yeah, maybe that.
That's dope. And do you want to throw any social media anything before we get out of it? Like, where should people follow you or want Google you or what should it like? I mean, like more or less like.
Oh yeah, one more thing. I kind of got spaced out right there too. Another thing I think in the future I would like to just continue to do, which I'm doing now, is just keep doing more crossing over of like mainstream entertainment with the adult entertainment world and like mixing the worlds. It's already kind of happening right now with different collaborations that Pornhub does with like fashion brands or different, you know, mainstream actors and music people. And even myself in my first movie that I was able to produce, I got mainstream a music performer. I don't know what you call the music artist. There you go. That's Grammy Award winning. Tanava, my friend, is part of the Free Nationals that performs with Anderson Paak, and he actually created a unique new song for our porno that we produced for Erica Luss last year. So those are the kinds of things I like to bring to the table. I like to just enhance any area and aspect of porn that we can, because I don't like the good enough approach that has flourished so much for so long in our industry. I want to always step it up.
That's
And
cool.
then as far as social media goes, you can find me always at ITSLOTUSLAIN. So that's at It's Lotus Lane. You're gonna do the little at sign and type it's and then Lotus Lane all in one word. That's for everything: Instagram, Twitter, and of course OnlyFans. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.